Morning all, how are we doing? Now welcome back to another vlog. Now this is going to be another trucking vlog, but this one's going to be quite different. So, earlier this week I've had a phone call off a motorsport company who've been let down by a driver. The trailer that requires to be moved is quite unique. It's a left-hand drive truck, so not everybody can just jump into him. And they've rang me up and said, look, we know you can do it. Is there any chance you can come and help us? So obviously I have done. So this morning I'm just packing. Now this one's going to be a bit different because I'm only doing a one-way vehicle movement. So what that means is I'm picking the truck up from Sheffield, I'm taking it all the way down to the south of Germany, then I'm jumping on a plane back to Manchester and then home. But it's a little bit difficult because I can't take my car to Sheffield because if not, when I fly back into Manchester, I'd have to find my way back to Sheffield. So it's quite a logistical nightmare. So, not one for using public transport. It has been a very long time since I've used public transport. Just getting ready now. We're going to jump on the train from Rotterdam over to Manchester. Manchester, we're going to swap trains and station. We're going to go from Victoria over to Piccadilly. Piccadilly straight into Sheffield. The customer's going to pick me up from Sheffield. I'm going to get in the truck, head towards the boat, which is going to be over in Hull. Going to be on the overnight ferry across to Rotterdam. And then tomorrow morning, we're going to be driving through the Netherlands, down into Germany, and all the way down to the Nürburgring. Now, I'm going to think we're going to cut this short because it doesn't need to be there till Friday dinner time. I'm not flying home till Friday night. So I'm probably going to aim to get somewhere around the south end of Frankfurt, running it in on Friday morning, so then I can get a plane back out of Munich, back home. Once I get home, I'll be getting a taxi straight back to my house, and that will be me done. So stay tuned. It's going to be quite a long vlog, I'm guessing, over the next few days. But enjoy. You'll see some scenery. You'll see the motorsport side, and it will be a good vlog. Thank you for watching. Make sure you're subscribing. So we've just arrived at Rochdale train station. Going to say bye to the wife now. So you're not going to see me now for like 3 days. And to be fair, we were used to being apart because obviously I've always worked away.
I love it, mate.
Alright, I'm going to say I'm going to miss you.
Alright, well, I'll miss you a little bit.
Cut that out. Yes.
Right.
Oh, fucking.
Oh, it's a lovely moisturiser.
Fucking moisturiser. At Rochdale train station. I'm on platform 3, but they've got a cafe. So I've ended up ordering myself a quick sandwich beforehand. Hopefully it comes in time. I just said to her, is there any chance you can get me a sandwich ready before my train comes? So, no, that one never used to be there 7 years ago, so let's see how it tastes. So I can see the train approaching. No, I'm not a train guy. I can't give you much information on the train. All I know is that it's on its way. I would really like to give you some key information, but I can't, I'm afraid. So we're getting the train from here over to Victoria, Manchester, and then from Manchester to Piccadilly, and Piccadilly over to Sheffield, Sheffield to Germany, Germany home. Bash! So there's the train here approaching now. So now we all know I'm a bit scared to talk in public, so I just thought I'd film this and put a little voiceover on it. So this was the sausage butty I ordered. To be fair, it wasn't too bad actually. The bread was soft, the sausage was nice, and there were enough ketchup on it, so yeah. Just arrived in Manchester, Victoria. I need to find a way to get to Piccadilly now. I know it's cross country, but I don't want to walk. I'm hoping there's a tram that I can jump on that takes me there, to be fair. So much easier in the car. So I couldn't figure out the tram system, and it's a 25-minute walk. So I'm going to go outside and get a taxi straight to Piccadilly. And taxi just outside, so I need to just make sure I can get one. And if they'll, A, if they'll let me pay by card, and B, if they'll give me a receipt. Excuse me, chat. Can I pay by card? Yeah, and can you give me a receipt? Yeah, perfect. That guy looks like a shit with his kids. You alright, mate? I need to go to Manchester Piccadilly. How much would that be?
On the meter, mate.
On the meter? you know roughly, or?
Not much, you know, not worth, you know,
I'm not going to haggle you, I just wanted to know the rough price, that's all.
about £8.
Oh, that's not too bad. I was going to try and get the tram, but I couldn't figure it out.
Well, you can do if you want, it's up to you, isn't it? You can get taxi or...
No, taxi's better. You know. I'm just looking at the route now, so the train leaves at the train leaves at 12:41 from Piccadilly, and then it's Manchester Piccadilly to Sheffield, which will get me there for 1:30. So as long as I get on that train, I can then text the customer and tell him I'm going to be an hour away. So yeah, off at the station, he'll then pick me up straight to the depot, bang my stuff in the truck and head for the boat over to Hull. Thank you very much. And thank you very much. Yep, perfect. Let's make sure I'm not dropped anything. Right, have a lovely day. Thank you. Fucking hell, miserable taxi driver. He was not happy about that. I think he was expecting a fare that took him fucking miles away and made him loads of money. He wasn't happy with doing the queuing up at the train station to go to another train station, but unfortunately he doesn't have a fucking choice. So now I'm going into Manchester Piccadilly train station, and I can honestly say I've never been to this train station in my life. So this is going to be a new one. Now, luckily enough, Google Maps tells me what platform I need to be on, so I just need to find that platform, get on that train, text him, get down to the yard. Bosh! Right, so we're on there. It tells me that the front two coaches stop at Stockport and Sheffield, so hopefully that's the ones we get on. So there's me just sat on the train. I was going to talk a little bit, but then some dude came and sat right next to me, which were a bit odd because the entire train was empty. So yeah, there's the scenery off the train, and there's me. Bah! So we've arrived in Sheffield. That's the train we've just got off. So I need to go and find the customer, drop him a WhatsApp, get in the car, get in the yard, get set up, and head off to the boat back to Germany. Peace out. So I've arrived down in Sheffield now. First time meeting the team, so I didn't want to go a bit hands-on with the GoPro. I've explained to them about the vlogging. I've asked for their permission, obviously, which is very important, especially when you're doing high-end value stuff like this. They've said that's not a fine. They just hope I don't film inside the premises, which is not something I'm going to do. So I'm currently just putting my stuff in the truck now, organising my route. I've filled out my carnets, all my documents, all my customs documents here now. Well, I've had 5 minutes with a piece, so everything is ready just to arrive up at the port. I'm driving a DAF left-hand drive. It's an automatic, which is a bit unusual for me because I'm used to the manual. It's very, very clean, which motorsport trucks are normally, because they hardly get used. So once I'm on the road, I'm going to stop for some fuel. I'll show you around. I'll show you the trailer. I'm unable to show you inside the trailer due to the security and the reasons they've asked me not to, but it does look very good. Obviously, then we're going to get on the boat tonight, and we've got a big day tomorrow, heading for my flight home on Friday. So, let's get trucking. Now, I just want to show you the volume of paperwork that involves when doing an ATA carnet. Now, in here, there is all these different papers, and if you do it wrong, you can cost the company a lot of money. So each carnet has a price, and basically how many times it's going to go in and out of the country you have a carnet for, labelling from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 all the way through. The only problem you've got is if you, for example, miss a page and fill out number 7, you lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at a cost. So it's very important you pay attention to detail here. I like to take my time going through my carnet. I never rush my carnet. I read my carnet. Every item on this vehicle must be on this carnet. So in total, this carnet contains 2,128 items. Now, they've told me that there is certain things that aren't going on here, which is giving me a list for things that I need to exempt off the carnet. So basically, it's like a shopping list. Every item's got a number. I need to declare that them items are on here. The items that aren't on here, I need to exclude them from the shopping list. So what I will do, I'm not going to show you because I don't want you to know the contents of the vehicle, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do, for example, 1 to 500, and then if 500 to 600 are missing, I'll skip that. Then I'll go from 600 to 730. Then from 730, I'll do to 1,000, and I'll skip the ones that aren't involved. So it can be quite a lengthy procedure, and you have to get it right. Because if you get controlled by customs and you've lied on this, it can be very, very serious for the company. So it's just about filling it in correctly and knowing what you're doing in the right place, what information you're putting in at the right time, which is what I'm going to do now. So that is us. We are on our way, just leaving the industrial estate now. If you watch my videos, you know I never use my seatbelt when I've got to manoeuvre around and things like that, especially being in a left-hand drive vehicle, because I need to make sure, obviously, I can see out. So we're going to go over, make sure we're nice and clear. Obviously, being in a left-hand drive vehicle, it is a lot different to how you normally drive. So now I'm on the main road. We're going to clunk and click. We're going to head down to Hull. I'm going to stop off on the way. I'll show you around the facilities, the truck, the trailer. Let's get trucking. Now, just to show you why I don't wear a seatbelt, that is as much as I can see here. So I literally have to climb over to have a better viewing point of the left-hand drive. So that's the only difficulties when you're in the UK. Now, you're probably sat there wondering, well, why do they drive left-hand drive trucks? Why don't they just buy a right-hand drive truck? And you'll find that most European race teams will have left-hand drive vehicles. 9 times out of 10, they will buy them off other race teams, so in Europe, and then they'll bring them over to the UK and use them. Or they'll just buy them left-hand drive, because most of the driving is actually in Europe. So the team I'm working for at the moment, they don't do any UK racing. They only do European racing. So for them, for the hour journey they do in the UK, and then the rest is abroad, it's easier to have a left-hand drive vehicle. So this is what we are driving this week. Now, I'm doing this on the second day, but it actually should have been put in at the first base. So you're going to see this early, but this is actually the second day. We just didn't have time. Now, a lot of you will recognise the truck. It looks very similar to mine. Probably could have get away with that, to be fair, but this is the DAF XF 106 4x2. But this isn't left-hand drive. So if you're going in here, the steering wheel is on the wrong side. Now, this is the company we are working for this week. This is Strawberry Racing Team, who do all the go-karting. So this is their hospitality and garage in one. So we're going to take this down to Germany. Now, we are taking it down to Germany and leaving it down there. There's not really much I can tell you about the race trailer, to be fair. It's just a standard race trailer. She's got a bit of damage on her, to be fair. Now, it's unusual to see a race trailer with so much damage. Normally they tend to repair them fairly quick for how they stand out on the paddock. I'm guessing it's not important. So I did walk around yesterday, noting all of them down, making sure they didn't think I was liable for any of them. But he's had a couple of driving mishaps. Now, this one is from getting on the train, quite an obvious one, and that one is definitely from a péage. I don't care what anyone tells me. Somebody has got too close to a péage. Now, that is the difference when you're driving the left hooker to the right hooker. A lot of people are inexperienced of the road positioning and can cause a lot of damage, and that's where I come in as a fucking legend. So, enjoy the vlog. Just arriving in the centre of Hull now. And as you can see, we're just going through the roadworks. It is a bit tight on the left-hand drive side because you can't really see how far over you are. So I'm trying not to snig the lane, trying to keep it nice and wide on this side. Make sure that I'm leaving enough room on that side so I'm not scratching the trailer. The last thing I want to do is hit the trailer off these concrete blocks here on this side, but also not leave enough room for a car to come down that side as well as keeping an eye on any motorbikes, any cyclists coming, anything like that really. So it's not been a bad little journey, to be fair, been steady enough. Just trying to keep my eyes out for where I'm going now. Head over to the customs yard, declare my customs, hopefully straight through customs, and it'll be a case of heading on the boat nice and early, getting in the cabin, watching some films, having some tea, and we'll go from there. So that is the border facility there. Now it has been a while since I used to do. So what you used to do here, you used to park here and then go over to the right, and then they opened this up. Now this is just as I finished my last job. You used to go in here, so that used to be the area, and now it's this. They've got like a big unit where they control you and all this stuff. So just pull it in nice and wide. They have got universal barriers as well, which is good, left and right, so I'll be able to get in here. Fairly confident I won't have to say anything here, they'll just open the gate.
Can I take your vehicle registration, please?
Yes, you can. Let me just get it for you. It is Hotel Oscar Whiskey 600D for Delta.
Can you go to waiting area number 8, please?
Waiting area number 8. Would you like me to come into the office?
And then go into the office, yes, mate.
Thank you very much. I'm going to get back to my bay and then go into the office with my paperwork. I'm pretty sure I'm not allowed to film inside the customs, so I might have to just talk you through it. And once I'm in the shed and cleared, we will head for the boat. So see you very soon. And the banksman who stood over there should really be watching me back, really, to make sure I don't smash the back end of the vehicle onto his barrier, but obviously that's not what he wants to do. So I'll probably just leave it sticking out a hell of a load, because the last thing we want to do is cause any damage. That'll do us perfect. Perfect. So just leaving the customs shed now. Absolute flew in and out, to be fair. Got talking with the guy there and he was like, no way, we follow you on TikTok, which was quite handy. It's always good when they know that, because then they know I kind of am a professional and legitimate person. So that's our boat there ahead of us. I don't know if you can see it. So we are on the overnight ferry from Hull to Rotterdam, well known as the party boat because of obviously all the Hindus going to Amsterdam and things like that. It's quite a good time on here. I have had many of good moments on this boat. So just gonna go over now, out of the customs. We've got to go through the shed, check in, and then on the boat, get myself a cabin, go and have some tea, have a buffet or something like that. I'll show you around the boat, which is quite cool to be fair. It's got a little casino on it, it's got little bits and bobs on it, and then yeah, and with the race trailers being so low to the ground, before getting on the boat we always mount them up. So while I'm in traffic here now, I tend to jock the suspension up to make sure we're not scratching. Ooh. And this one revolves me going on the floor, and there's a little valve here that I just quite simply push, twist, and what that does is it inflates the airbags, and you'll start seeing in a minute the trailer will start lifting up and going higher and higher and higher and higher, which then lifts that up so it's not grinding up off the floor. So we are next on the boat now. As you can see there, I don't know if you'll be able to zoom in at this point, maybe I'll do it for you, but the Hannon trucks are going up a level. Now obviously I can't do that at the moment due to the low ride of the rear. So if we was to go up that ramp, what would happen is the bottom of the trailer would ground out and rip the entire back of the trailer off. So we don't want to be doing that. So the way we're going to do now is he'll probably bring 2 or 3 trucks round us to fill the top deck up, and once that level's full he will then back me, potentially, I'm guessing so, because if I can see the yellow truck over there, I'm guessing we're going to either go to the left of the yellow truck or potentially down this side. So we'll see. As I can say there, look, he's bringing the Hannon trucks round me. Anything that's not low ride he'll bring round. So these, as you can see, they're a lot higher up. The back end is a lot more clearer, so they'll just go straight on and up where we can't do that. So like I said, we're just going to spin it round now, facing the wrong way, and then all we're going to do is bang it in reverse. Now what doesn't help is we've got the sun blatant in our eyes, but that will be better for reversing. So start reversing now. We're going to look at the banksman over here, and we're going to make sure that we've got him in sight at all times. Now the key to doing a manoeuvre like this is to keep your eyes open, because they are going to watch everything for you. I just need to figure out which side I'm going on, and obviously also not to rush. So you can see here he's telling me to point it towards the right, so then I'm just going to go towards the banksman. I'm actually going to aim for the banksman. I'm hoping and praying I don't have to go down the little creek that way, but we will soon find out. What's he doing here now? See, they're not giving me any instructions here.
Over to your right. Right. Over to your right.
Yeah.
Where I'm pointing.
Yeah, well you wasn't pointing, you were talking, mate, I'm afraid. Is it going down the side?
Yes, it's going down the side.
Right, okay. Well, if you let me know, then I can potentially.
Point to the right hand.
You was talking to your mate, mate.
It's not Scotch best, you know.
Yeah, no problem, mate. No problem. Maybe if you stop talking to the bus driver.
Maybe if you paid attention.
Yeah, maybe if you stop talking to the bus driver and give me instructions, I can do them.
What? He's a better bus driver than you on a wagon drive.
Yeah.
Follow yourself back round.
Yeah, no problem. Fucking idiot. Yeah. That's the thing you're dealing with. Sat talking to the bus driver, didn't tell me where we're going, I was just reversing towards him. We spent less time talking to his pal. I probably would have got on a lot quicker. He would have said, lean yourself on the wall, mate. No, hang up. There's no point arguing with him, you just got to stay polite and respectful. You can see a bit more now. There was just no helping me out there, was he? We just stood there then, and you know, it wasn't half right. I could see an orange man with a reflection on. I'm not going to go too close to the wall. I'd rather do a shunt than try and back it near to the wall all the way down and hit something. If I take a shunt, at least I'm not damaging anything. So like you said, I'm in no rush. I couldn't care less if it takes me an hour to get on the boat. I'd rather not damage anything. So we are going to be right at the back of the boat here. I'm guessing we're going to be going next to the orange truck. I don't know if you can see it there or not. I don't know how well the quality will be. So the guy's on my right hand side. I can't see him because now he's on my blind side. I'm in a left hand drive truck, obviously. So there we go, I can see him now. Right, and he wants it ringing in a little bit. I'm not planning on rushing. I'm not planning on damaging anything more than anything. It is genuinely extremely tight on that wall, and we don't want to hit that wall, obviously. Is that it, mate? Thank you. Right, so there we go. What we'll quickly do. What's that, mate? Yep, no problem. Thank you very much. So what we're going to do, we'll turn all the lights off to make it easier for that driver ahead of us there. And we won't be in any rush. Let him get out. But it's just about communication, taking your time. I mean, that's 7 minutes worth of reversing. You know, just taking your time. I'll show you out at this window now on the other side. Obviously, of how small it is. So as you can see, you haven't got much room. Now obviously one wrong turn and you're smashing the side of the truck, and we don't want to be doing that. Right, I'm going to go upstairs, check in my cabin, and then I'll walk you around the boat. I'll see you upstairs. Yeah, I don't want to be on deck 7 with car alarms, dogs. Club cabin, that's double bed, isn't it? Perfect. Perfect. And a little minibar, that'll do me. So this is the club cabin. Open up. Oh. So this is the room for the night. Now trust me, I know you're probably looking at that thinking that's not bad at all. If I would have been 3 doors down, level 7, so the cars go on at level 5. There's no level 6, it's like level 7. And all you can hear is car alarms going off all night. So provided with towels, shower, double bed, telly. That's an extra bed if you do bring your kids with you. You just pull that down. Once again, we've got a window, nice little window to see where we are. If the boat goes down, I'm going out that way. And over here, we've got a little minibar, kettle, bit of refreshments, a couple of wine, bit of biscuits, some crisps. We'll empty this before we go. That's me. And in here you've got your minibar, which contains 2 Heinekens, 2 bottles of water, a couple of Pepsis and a lemonade. So if you think about it, for 30 quid it's not that bad. And trust me, well worth the sleep. So get in the bed. Oh! So with there being music in the background, I wasn't able to take any videos on the boat due to the copyrights on YouTube. So we took a few pictures. I've had a bit of a walk round. I'll explain it in the voiceover. So I'll put the pictures in after this. And yeah, so I'm kind of not going to the bar, I'll be honest with you. I used to come on here with the boys, the Motorsport boys. Used to be about 10 of us. Have a few bevies, you know, have a bit of a crack with the endos. And now I'm on my own and I'm like, bedtime. So, gonna get me down up nice bright and early tomorrow, feel fresh for the day, have a nice shower, gonna put some Netflix on and go to sleep. Peace out. Now, there was music all over the boat, so I'm going to have to do a voiceover on this, which is completely irritating. But these are the floors. Now, you can pause it and have a look around yourself, but basically there's things like basically the showroom on the right-hand side, which does evening entertainment. I've put some pictures in later because the entire boat had music on it. But on deck here, where it says you are here, we've got the showroom, you've got a couple of shops, and then at the back, you've got a restaurant buffet, which you'll see later on. That's where I had my tea. In front of that, you've got 2 duty-frees on each side. One's perfume, one's alcohol. In the middle, reception, and then towards the front, you've got the bar with the evening entertainment, which is well worth going to. But unfortunately, I couldn't film any of it because of the music. Now, this is the list of things to do. So on deck 8, you've got buffet, restaurant, shop, reception, Sunset Lounge, casino, freight driver's restaurant on deck 9, a la carte business, wine bar, gift shop, cyber zone, Irish bar, casino, cinema, video arcade, and the rest of the cabins. Now, as we walk round, you'll see this is basically the cinema. Some of the films they were showing and what times they were showing them at. And then you go into the arcades, which is quite cool. As a kid, I used to love going in these with my dad Obviously, once again, due to copyright reasons, I've got to give you a bit of a voiceover as there is music all round. That's the duty-free shop, vodkas, things like that, into the casino, which is quite basic. You've got a roulette machine there, which everyone can sit at. That's the blackjack table with some of the machines. Evening entertainment, into the restaurant. You got cheese, you got salads, you got your fruit and veg, you got curry, which I had. This is my meal here. I went for spare ribs, curry, onion bhajis, and a naan bread. And then you go into the Irish bar, where you've got drinks. That's the bar on the right. And then over into the entertainment bit, which you can see from both angles, top and bottom. And that is the truck parked outside of customs in the morning. Good morning from Rotterdam. Now, obviously, we didn't really do much yesterday. Just got on the boat, had some tea, went over to bed. Woke up this morning. The tannoys tried to get you up about 3 hours too early so you can go and spend money in the tourist bar and breakfast bar. We don't do any of that. So we stayed in bed, and then we're just approaching the dock now. Had a quick shower this morning, and yeah. Beautiful little sight. Fun fact, you see how all these birds are swarming at the back here? When the boat goes up, because the fish go up and that and get thrown around because of the big engines, the seagulls take opportunity to fucking bite the fish and have them. So that's it. Nice and steady off the boat. Oh, look at that! F16 Volvo over there. That is lovely. So there's the, so this is how it works, right? So you see these trucks here on the left, these trucks here sat there doing nothing. So we will have to park here, right, in a minute, all in these little bays here, and go to the customs agent, which is over there. We have to go under this little tunnel and through there. But first, we have to go and clear passport control. So, but because we're first out, this is not like a queue here when they've got all the ferries off. All the cars off, all the ferries off. They're getting the ferries off the ferries. All the cars and trucks, there's a massive queue here normally. So we've beat that queue, clear passport control, come back on ourselves, straight into customs. Hopefully we'll be first now. And then we can get on our way. Boof. So I can't film the carnet office, but I'm trying to give you a bit of an example of what is needed to be done. So here is the customs agent there, and basically we just give her the customs documents, and she will sign them, go through them, stamp them. You have to check the stamp is in the correct place, because if not, on the way back out of Holland or wherever it's going next, it'll not look right. So it has to be perfect. So we're just here now. It should take about 10 minutes and then we can get on the way, if it's correct. If it's wrong, we may be here for hours. But it's not wrong, because I'm good at my job. So that is it, customs clear. Now you see the man behind me in the orange jacket. There's definitely a language barrier issue, and I'm not trying to criticise anybody here, but speaking English is very fucking helpful, because the man over there, he is, I think, Lithuanian or Polish. He's come to collect a trailer and he hasn't got his import documents, and unfortunately he can't get out, so he's going to be sat there for some time. We're cleared and just waiting to get out of the prison cell. Hello, thank you, and we're off. So let's point her southbound, get some rounds done. Well, I'll give you a bit of footage on the road, and off we go. Welcome to Holland! So we are in Holland now, just heading down the canal route out of the port, onto the motorway, and off skis towards Germany. Now, the sat-nav is saying it's going to take a 9 hours and 27 minutes drive, so potentially we could get to the track today. Now, doubt that's going to be happening with, to be fair, there's no point, because they're not going to be there till tomorrow dinner time, for one, and two, we may incur some traffic along the route. So here we are, just joining now. It's a lot easier now. You've got a left-hand drive, especially in Europe. So off we go onto the motorway, nice and steady, and that is it really. It's not like the Italian trips where you've got the mountains and things like that. It's pretty much flat land all across Germany, so we'll do our best to get some good footage, but for now we're just going to hit the road, enjoy the views and enjoy being back in Europe. Follow me for more. So we're about 2.5 hours in, like I said, so we stopped, get myself a coffee. Now with being in Europe, the motorways are very straightforward, and like the next exit's in about 2 hours, so I try to stop every couple of hours, get myself a quick coffee and a chocolate, get some sugar in my system before getting back on the road again. On we go for another 2.5 hours. So we've had a quick 15-minute break. Just got myself a coffee and a bit of chocolate, had 15 minutes, and then off we go again. Now, with truck driving, I'm going to talk to you, obviously, like you're not a trucker. I know there's plenty of truckers that do watch me. You can split, so every 4.5 hours of driving, we need to have a mandatory 45-minute rest. Now, you can split this between a 15 and a 30. Now, I'm going to struggle to get out of here now, because there's a big concrete bollard there, and I don't want to hit it, so I'm just going to try and skim a bit close to that one there. We're all right, we've got loads of room. Loads of room, David. Just panicking, just panicking. So, a 45-minute rest can be split between a 15-minute and a 30-minute rest. It doesn't have to be 4.5 hours and then 45. You can drive an hour, have a 15 minutes. You can drive 3.5 hours and have half an hour. What you can't have is a half an hour break and then the 30-minute break. The longer one always has to be last. Now don't ask me why, because I don't know, that's just the rules. So I've just had a 15-minute break there now after 2.5 hours. I'm gonna do another 2 hours and then I'll have a break of half an hour and then I'll crack on again, do another 4.5 hours, same again, 2.5, I'll have half an hour, 15 minutes, and then 2 hours, 2.5 hours, I'll have another half an hour, and that'll then put me on 9 hours and ready to rock and roll. So just getting it more way, nice and steady, and there we go. So let's get a bit more driving done. I mean, I'll be honest with you, right? I ended up stop vlogging when I owned DC European because I kind of got bored of just the same scenery, and I thought, well, probably my people would as well. So I'm just gonna keep cutting in and out during the live. Now we are making route. We are making progress along the way. Obviously, if you look at the sat-nav, there's still a good 7.5 hours left. So, I mean, if I was to film the road for 7.5 hours, this would probably be the world's longest vlog. So I'm just trying to get some key moments in here, like this now, a bit of overtaking, bit of standard procedures, bit of road view. I don't know, to be fair. It's a long way to go. It's not like you're just doing a 20-minute delivery. Just coming in now. and we'll see if he'll flash us in, will he, or not. That's another thing we'll have to check. So, eyes in the mirror, indicator on. There is no, we got a flash in the end. We'll give him a bit of the hazard signs. Left, right, and then the vehicles can go past. Now all them car drivers, if you've ever been one of them car drivers and you sat there going, oh my god, one's doing 56 and one's doing 50, over 700 miles, right? It's a fucking big difference, I can tell you that for free. So what I like to do, like I'm approaching this now, I don't want to get too close to him for braking distance. I'll wait for the car to pass. There's a big gap there, and I'll pull out rather further back. Because the thing I don't want is, with there being an on-slip there, I don't know if you can see it in the mirror or not, with there being an on-slip, I couldn't see past that truck, and if he had a car in front of him, I'm behind him waiting to overtake, that car pulled out and randomly braked, he brakes, and I go into the back of him, and we don't want that. So if you see a truck pulling out rather early and you think, God, there were fucking miles between you, just bear in mind it's a lot harder to stop these vehicles than it would be a car. So just hold your breath. I mean, there's a queue of cars behind me now. They've all obviously caught me. I'm still mid-overtake. I'm just going to wait for you, man. I'm going to put my indicator on. If he's going to flash me in, there we go. He's giving me a little flash. We'll give him a left, right, thank you. And all the cars can be on the way then. Now, it's probably cost that car about a minute or two of its time. Probably not impressed, but everyone's safe. I'm not sat behind a truck slower than me, causing me in some danger, because obviously they are 40 ton. Your average car's what, 2 ton? We are hauling 40 ton of stuff here, so to stop 40 ton is a lot harder than to stop 2. So anyway, the cars are on the way now. I'm clear on the route, and off we go for another 6 hours. So we have come into a little bit of traffic as we're approaching a city centre. Now I just wanted to show you something that is completely different in Europe to the UK. Now, as you can see, most of the vehicles, if you look behind us, are pretty much scraping the wall on that side. And it makes you think, well, why would they do that? Because in Europe, what they do is, we will move over to this side, and they will move over to that side, creating a big gap down the middle for any recovery or emergency vehicles. They don't use the hard shoulder. They go straight down the middle, and it works absolutely brilliantly. The police or the fire brigade or that are not in any danger whatsoever, because if they come up on the inside of you, you might not see them, you might be too far over, you might clip them. Where in Europe, if they go straight down the middle, you have no vehicles crossing the lanes, and it works really, really well. And I think, don't quote me on this because I don't know factual, so I'm not going to say it's facts. If you put yourself in the middle of the road when there's an emergency vehicle coming down, you would be eligible for a fine. I'm fairly confident of that, but I'm not sure. It's not fact, so I can't give you that. But like that, 5 minutes of traffic, and we are back on our way again, climbing the mountains, up into the hills, and on the way we go. Going through the roadworks now, Duisburg towards Dusseldorf. As you can see, there is a bit of traffic ahead of us, and I don't really like this certain bit, because what you'll see here now is the lanes are extremely narrow, and when we've got the trailers we've got on, i.e. the Motorsport trailers, it can be a bit tight, and if your placement in the road is wrong, you're going to cause some damage to the trailer. Now this isn't too bad. See the car there just jumping in front of the queue. Just gotta have your wits about you, what's around you, what's on the left, what's on the right, and making sure A, I'm not clipping that barrier, or B, as you can see by that car there, they know the road markings. Now what I like to do, you've clearly just seen the white car grabbing a bit of my lane there because he wasn't sure. I try to put my vehicle on the yellow line on this side, and what that does is it frightens the car next to me. And I know you might think, watch this and think, well, why would you want to scare a car driver? I'm not swerving the vehicle at them aggressively. I'm just sitting on that line, and they then push out a little bit more, to make sure that I give myself enough room, because if you're too far over and you don't realise, like that mirror there, I don't know if you've seen that because it was rather quick, he's obviously been broken down. Somebody's come on the inside and smashed his mirror. So always give myself a little bit of room. I'd rather be over more this way than not have my angles down there. So we've just pulled in now. We are on, what are we on? 4 hours and 20 minutes driving. I had 10 minutes left and I've just had to abandon the vehicle. Now let me show you why. So, I'm going to speak to you as if you don't know about trucking, okay? Some of you watch this know the rules and some of you don't. But every 4.5 hours we have to have our mandatory break. If we go over 4.5 hours, we are then liable to punishment. So basically we can get fined up to like 1,000 to whatever they really want to fine us, because they will class it as breaking the rules. You are driving exceeding your time. So as you can see here, I'm not parked in a truck bay. And I bet you think to yourself, well, why would you do that, David? What a stupid thing to do. And you are correct. So as you can see here, this site, I could have parked here, but I can't because somebody's abandoned the vehicle there. So when I drive out and try and turn right, that vehicle will block me, which means I'm going to be at risk of hitting this vehicle. And as you can see, we don't want to be doing that. So then we'll walk a bit further down, and in some of the other spots, like this one for example, we've got these cars. There was a car here that is still there, lovely. We've got a car here, that's brilliant. In the truck bays, another car there, that's brilliant. Another car there, another car there, another car there. Just all these cars blocking the HGV lanes. But not one of these will get fined when the bags stop them. But because what it is, they want to go and get a coffee, they put all the vehicles, the HGVs, at risk. So just so they can stop for the sandwiches, they block all the truck lanes. Brilliant, isn't it? So Mr. isn't happy about that, but then again, he's got his packed lunch, so he's a happy man. So that's all he cares about. So fuck the vlogging. Normally I don't vlog people, and normally I'm very shy around people about vlogging, but when stupidity comes into it, I like to tell them that they're fucking idiots. So welcome to the vlog. Right, so we've had our break now. As you can see there, it's still showing 4 hours and 20 minutes because that's the drive. That'll reset when we set off. We've had 34 minutes, which equals a total of 49 minutes. The minimum requirement is 45 minutes. I always like to give it a bit extra. I don't know why, I just do. Sometimes if I'm in a rush, I'll give it a minute extra. If I'm not in a rush, I'll give it 3 or 4 minutes. So no seatbelt, just as we set off, so we can see all the way down there. Make sure our vision is clean. We'll get out of here and then we'll bang the belt on. And if you've just skipped our front bit and you're just watching this, or you've not watched any of my trucking vids before, and you think, why is he driving with no seatbelt on? I like to be able to look up, manoeuvre around without having a restricted surface here. But once we get on the road, we will then bang it on as we should do. To be fair, right, I'll be honest with you, in a truck, you're only ever gonna hit 3 objects, really. A car, a van, and another truck, right? If you hit a car, you're not gonna feel it. If you hit a van, you're not gonna feel it. And if you hit another truck, you're dead. So it's pointless to have, really, but we will put it on. We are on the road, we're gonna bang our belt on, we're gonna do some few hours down the road, and I will see you lot later on. So as you can see, just what I was telling you about earlier, all the vehicles in Europe move over. Can you see them all moving over here? So that the police have direct access down the middle of the motorway. So they're not coming down the hard shoulder, they are literally coming through the centre of the motorway. And not once are they being stuck by any idiotic drivers. That is a perfect example of why we all move over, and then you'll see everyone will just slowly move back. And that is perfect. Because what you'll find is, because of the traffic, all the trucks decide to have a brake on the hard shoulder. which in England is highly illegal, as well as over here, to be honest with you. It's not very practical. But imagine how much of a nightmare that would be for the emergency services. And obviously in England, all the cars are like an inch away from each other, where here, you see they've got a bit of space, everyone moves over a little bit, and the emergency services just shoot straight down the middle. So we've done another hour or two, and we're going to stop for another coffee. Just have a quick walk around. I've just seen a car on the way into the services. I thought I'd just give you a show around this car. So full disclosure, I've just made a TikTok about this car here ramming into the back of me. Hopefully that'll be a bit of clickbait. Someone will walk at that and go, oh my god, I've just been like, oh, the traffic light, he's had a fucking mare here. Look at this. Everybody's been deployed. That's been proper written off. Anyway, I'm gonna go and get some. Oh, he's from, oh, I don't know. It's got a Ukraine fucking sticker on the back, but it's got no reg plates, and I'm guessing it's just been abandoned there. So if anyone wants a scrap Golf, there's one at the Shell garage, just outside of Frankfurt. Probably that up there, Westerskrin. So if you want a Golf, come and pick it up. I mean, you won't probably see it by this, but this is going to be uploaded in about 3 weeks, so yeah, probably not. Hello. Can I have these two, please? Possible a big sausage?
Big sausage?
Big sausage.
Which one?
Any. This one here.
This one?
Yeah, possible? So I've just ordered a big sausage. You want to see it? It's fucking same size as mine, this.
This one?
And this, yeah.
12?
Card, please. Thank you. Thank you. Look at this! Now this is a German speciality. It's called the Hitler. Oh, I can put that in, but I've never had a big sausage in my mouth, but I can understand why a lot of people do. Good evening all, and how we're doing. So we are just approaching the hotel now. I know you've probably watched this from clip to clip. I don't know why I've said good evening, to be fair, because obviously it's been like another couple of hours for me. So that is the hotel I've got on my maps. Now it's just whether I can find parking for it, and if there's access for a truck, which I'm hoping there is. Now this is the biggest problem, is where to park the truck. Just having a look, it looks a bit of both at the moment. Let's ride it out. As long as I can get the truck in and out, that's kind of the I'm not really bothered if it's on the road overnight. I'm just looking now, and obviously, don't know if you'll be able to see over it, but there's like a bit of tarmac over there, which probably could throw it in. Could see some factory buildings down there, so I might be able to turn it around down there. This is just a case of having a look and planning it. Now, I'm off beat, so I'm not in any truck stops, which is quite good, especially when you're with the motorsport trucks, because you're not worrying about other trucks hitting it and things like that. It's just parking it sensibly. So I can see that road into it is very long and straight, so I definitely can park it on that road. Can you see the road there, the width? Now, if I can get on that road there, I'll definitely be able to do it. Now, it's whether I reverse it down that road, or do I drive it and try and turn around inside. Now, if there's any gates, we're going to struggle. So this might be a case of just, as they say, playing it by ear. So I mean, the road looks, it's saying to me, look there, forbidden for trucks. So that's not a good sign there. Can you see that sign there? That says forbidden for trucks. Now there is another part to that sign. The road's quiet enough, so we're gonna go down anyway. What does that say? There is a second bit, because if it says except for access, then so be it. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna get this, and we are going to zoom in and take a picture of it. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go on Google Translate. So I could potentially turn around on that building there. I'm gonna I'm going to play this by ear. So we're going to go with camera, allow, continue that. We are going to get the photo that we've just taken. And we're going to go from German into English. Delivery only. So that is telling me that trucks can go down here for delivery, which means should there be a restriction in size? Oh, we'll soon find out. Now I'll be able to turn around here, which is fine. I'll be able to turn around here, and the hotel is down here. I think this is looking positive, to be fair. Once again, it's completely winged. There's no planned route here, but I can see the hotel down here. And worst case scenario, we're just gonna have to do a hell of a lot of reversing. But sometimes in life you've got to take the risk, and I'm doing that right now. Probably regret it, but we'll see how we get on. Well, if I can get in here and spin it round, I can park the truck at the side of this road here. But it's getting in here and turning round. Now I'm hoping I can turn left, back down there and drive out, which is looking very promising. The car park's looking very wide there for me to do a U-turn. I think we've got ourselves a bit of a result here. I think this is a one-way system. Let's do a quick lap. I'm fairly confident this goes all the way around, team. Team, have you heard me, team? I'm fairly confident that this is a lap of the industrial estate. And if so, we are quids in. We are quids in, I think, peeps. Look at that! So, that means I don't have to do any U-turns. I could just drive out in the morning. I tell you what, he's good, isn't he? You're watching this and you're thinking, God, he's good. So, worst case scenario, I would have had to do some reversing, but we don't need to. It drives all the way around, so we can literally head down towards the hotel. We're going to park right on the side of the road to enable cars to come down. There's no other units here, so I'm not going to worry about a truck coming down here. Nobody's going to come down here, just me. So this will be us for the night. Now let me get parked up and checked in. So this is us parked. These are the hotel for the night. Now just look how good I am, yeah. 4 hours and 22, which meant I had 8 minutes of drive time left, yeah. And just look at this for parking. So, not blocking anyone in or out, and I've complete access to all the hotel rooms, and the truck is in the car park. And I mean, you know, sometimes I think to myself, why would nobody watch this and think, God, that guy is just incredible. So, here for the night, right outside the hotel, not one single problem, nothing around. We've not damaged out. In the morning, we'll go straight out, and we'll literally be at the track in an hour and a half. So the time is now, I don't know, so I've not got my phone on me. I think it's about 8. We have to have 9 hours off, so 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the morning. We can go again. From 5 in the morning, we'll be there at 7. So I'll probably start around 6 AM, get there for 8. Peace out. So, let's go and check out the hotel. And I promise you now, this is the weirdest thing I've ever done. So, when I've messaged on booking, obviously I've bought the room now. Like, I've pulled up here, I've reserved the room, and then I've realised there's no reception. How am I going to get in? So I thought, oh, they'll email me a PIN. So they've emailed me something in German, okay? And I couldn't understand it. And I had to fill out the whole form, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, where do I get the key from? Now look at this. I've put a rock there at the moment, right? So to open the door, you have to click this app. Now I'm not going to shut the door in case I can't open it again, but listen. Huh. Well, anyway. Well, it's opened. So if your phone's dead, you're not getting in. But let me give you a tour of the room, and it is quite nice, to be fair. So, there's the truck. In here now, give the camera a bit of a wipe. In here, we've got a double bed, which is fantastic. Telly, fridge, don't know if there's going to be anything in it, no. Fridge if you want one though, if you're going to get any waters, I've got some in the cab. Bit of land, in case you want to go out exploring. Kitchen. The shower. Wow, the shower's massive. Where's the light? Okay, I don't know how to turn the light on for the shower. Gotta be a light in here, hasn't there? Ah! Ha-ha! It's magic! Oh. So, shower is absolutely massive. Toilet. And then what's in here? Are these anything? Another mirror, just a bit of cupboard space. Bit of an apartment, bit of something to drink. Cooker, fucking hell. And the cost of this hotel was 42 quid for the night. Now I think that's pretty fucking decent. Wardrobe, hangers, and in there a bit of storage space. So yeah, anyway, this is the hotel for the night. I'm going to start getting all this vlog put together, and then obviously I'll have the last bit ready for tomorrow. So peace out. I hope you've enjoyed it so far. Sorry if it's not been much scenery, but obviously Germany didn't have much to show you. So peace out, and I'll see you in the morning. Good morning, and welcome back to the vlog. Obviously for you it's the same vlog, so yeah, leave me alone, I've just woke up. So, just done now, just making sure we've not left anything in the room. Spoke to the team and they said, look, we're not going to get there till like dinner. Because I was like, do you want me to get there for 8 o'clock in the morning, which I can. And it was like, there's no point, we're not going to be there till dinner. So, I'm currently checking out now, it's about 8 o'clock. That'll get me there for about 10. I do need to wash the truck at the same time as I'm going down there. So that should put me there for about 11. So we'll have an hour then to chill out, get put in place, and relax. So here's the truck. Obviously, nice and tidy. Get set up and get gone. Now, I won't lie to you. I put that clickbait on last night. And oh my god, has it gone a bit mental? Everyone's fucking watching it like, oh my god, are you alright? But do you know what's good as well? The haters like, haha, you know, professional drivers wouldn't crash and all that. Can't wait for them to watch this. Guten Tag! So, back on the road again. As you can see, just about 15 minutes into the day already. We've got about an hour and a half to go. So I've texted the customer. I've sent him my ETA and also my live location on WhatsApp. We'll get there, hopefully wash off, but I mean, if you look at the weather, it's not the greatest. I mean, it is a bit wet. It's a bit wet, it's a bit grey. It's not the ideal conditions you want to be really washing the truck off in, because number one, you're just going to get wet, and the truck doesn't seem to get any cleaner. So we'll see how we get on. Hopefully the weather improves over the next couple of hours, and yeah, off we go. So we've just come off the motorway now, heading down to the circuit where we need to be. I've rang the lads, they are just pulling up now. We're about 10 minutes away, which is ideal. We've not actually bothered washing off because, as you can tell, with the rain, it's absolutely pointless because it will just get dirty anyway. So we're going to get down to track, get this positioned. The only problem with race circuits, what I would say, is they're always in the middle of nowhere because of the sound and things like that. Track days, not many people have them like in towns, so they're always in the back end of nowhere. Now it's all good and well until you're in Europe and you've got a lot of weight limits. So we'll see how we get on. Apparently I've spoken to the customer, I said how was this for access, he said it's straightforward, straight in. So we'll see if the sat navs are correct. So it says we have arrived, literally, so I'm just trying to have a look. Now my truck sat nav is saying straight on, my car sat nav was saying left. There's definitely the track. I can see the the red and white barriers, so we're definitely here. That's the go-kart track there. Now it's just finding out the entrance. So I can't see an entrance down that way, so we're gonna go straight on. And I can see other trucks down here, which is handy. It's always nice to see other trucks. And there she is, boys and girls, the racetrack. So we'll see if Tom is waiting for us, which he should be. Oh yeah, everybody's set up. Look, all the trailers are set up. Some of these people have been here a lot longer than us. And something's telling me I've got to go through that gate there. But if not, something's telling me I should have gone through there. It's just figuring out how to get on. How to get on the paddock. Haha. Maybe this one here. I can see a gate here. There's only one thing to do right now.
Hello.
Hello.
All good.
Yeah, not too bad. Right, I'm at the gate.
Yeah.
So I've got the like the paddock area on my right and the gate on my left. Which way am I going?
Yeah, right.
Going
we're
right.
just in there now. There's a car. Yeah, there's a car turning right now in there.
Yeah. I'm literally just before it.
Yeah, turn. Yeah, turn right into the main paddock bit where all the tents are.
Roger that. I'll just swing it wide because I've only got one gate open.
Yeah.
Right. Was it worth me just jumping out and opening that second gate, do you reckon? I think so.
I'll come and open it for you now, yeah.
Savage. Perfect. Is that you in the Golf? So, yeah, not really worth me trying to fucking squeeze down there, really. And let's get this packed up. Right, so, funny, right, because the owner of the team's here, and he was like, "Your TikTok," and I was like, "Oh no, I'm ready for a disaster." And he's like, "He's absolutely hilarious." He's like, "That video you've put up last night," and I was like, "It's not very often you hear this." Obviously, lower end motorsport, not Formula 1 where it's all about image. They're just normal lads. Well, everyone's normal, just obviously the higher the rankings, the more stricter they are with policies, as they don't want any negative attention. So we're just here now, down at the paddock. The lads are building the tent, which you'll be able to see in a minute. I'm just packing my stuff. I'm going to the airport, and these guys are gonna finish building now. So pack up and get gone. So that is it, we've been dropped off at the airport. So we are at Terminal 1 in Prague, which is Czechoslovakia. So we're gonna get checked in now. We are fucking extremely early, so I don't know how this is gonna go. I'm not due to fly till 9:30 tonight, and it's like 2:30 in the afternoon. But the guy wanted to get back, so unfortunately I've been dropped at the airport. So let's see how I get on. Look at this, it's quite a fucking big airport. Now I haven't ever been to Prague, so it's just gonna be a case of finding out where we're going. Let's have a look. The last gate it's showing is 5 o'clock tonight, so we haven't even got the 9 PM ones. Fuck. So we've just had a right balm here at the passport control. Like just the flag. So the guy who stamps the passport, he's opened my passport and he started looking through it, and as he's looking through it, he's scanning obviously where I've entered the country, and I knew what he was doing. So every stamp has the flag on it, so he's obviously looking at my flags thinking, well, how's he got into the Czech Republic? So he's had a one scan all the way through my passport, and then he's like looked again and he scanned again, and I just sat there because I knew what was coming. He's like, where did you enter the country? And I was like, coming to Rotterdam. And he's like, ah, that explains. So anyway, stamped. Well, from duty free now. Not bothering. I don't bother with tobacco or anything like that anymore due to social media. I always get stopped, so I might as well just come through. Don't bother with any of it, and it just saves me the hassle on the other side, because we don't want to get stopped every time like we used to. Thank you. So with me having a lot more time on my hands, I'm about to get the vlog uploaded and posted. So I'm not going to film the rest of it, which is getting on the airplane and flying home, but I'm pretty sure you know what that looks like. Thanks for watching, and sorry if the clickbait caught you out. Make sure you're following. Thank you.